Me no have access to my own pitney them. Them I use the law. You understand me? See right now, my first son, he no want to talk to me. This is what these witchcraft people have been doing. You understand me? Hurricane a come. See the house the people. It cannot withstand a hurricane. See it there? I'ma come to carry my kids them. But to safety, and hear them I say, them a go burn me up with hot water. Alright. Alright. Alright, me come out. See me come out there. See me come out. Yes, Jamaica. See her there. See her there. See her there. See her follow me 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 there. Jamaica. See her there. See her there. See me walk her. Oh no look. See me walk her out there, Jamaica. See her there. Alright. You know see. Alright. So may I get the police and come now, yeah man? May I get the police and come now? May I get the police and come now?
Welcome to True Jamaica Buzz, news and entertainment with a buzz. The edited version of the video clip that you just saw is of a father. That seems as if he has some sorts of weird relationship with the mother of his children. Because he realized that the hurricane is coming, he decided that he don't think that the house in which the children are at can withstand hurricane force winds. So therefore, he has a genuine concern based on what he is saying. However, you see the response, you see the reaction of the mother. And people, this is my disclaimer before I proceed. Don't know what happened. Don't know if this man is a good father. Don't know if he has been paying child support. Don't know the relationship that he has with the mother and his children. I am just basing it off this one video that is probably about a minute or so long. However, based on what we see, at least this man is showing some sorts of effort. At least this man is showing some sorts of concern. Is it genuine concern or is he capping? Because he realized that he is videotaping, so therefore he has the advantage in the conversation or the interaction. That is why I say, don't pick up any ish, won't be no ish. Whenever you get in a relationship with a woman, vice versa, a man, make sure that you're compatible. Make sure that you have the same aspirations, the same sorts of dream, the same way about family, kids. Make sure that at least if things go haywire, meaning the relationship between you and that woman or that man, at least the kids become the priority or are the priority. People in this case, we see a lady that is very aggressive, a lady that is very boisterous, a lady that is very, angry. And she's talking about she's going to get the machete, she's going to rush the man and run the man out of his house. All of this is being displayed in front of the children, which is supposed to be the priority. People, let me know in the comment section if you've ever experienced anything like this and what you think is the best way for a family to treat themselves and most importantly, the children, point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news, it is called a soft word, turn it away, wrath. Grievous words stir up anger. I am speaking about a situation that took place, look like in a Ocharius, where a taximan was driving behind a policeman and the light changed from green to red or red to green. And the police kind of hesitated. So the taximan that was behind him started tooting the horn, not blowing the horn. I want you to take a look at exactly the reaction of the police and the reaction of that taximan after he was pulled over and was given a ticket. And while the police was giving him a ticket, he did a warrant check, did a ticket check to see if he had any sorts of outstanding warrant or tickets. And he actually had 47, in which he claimed that he was going to court for. Take a listen, take a look.
And this now, come in afraid. When the police asked this officer what kind of ticket he's going to give to me, the light was on red, and this officer stopped in the road, and I want to drive him car. And me tap my car my hand 2 times. Burp, burp. And the officer pulled me over and he's going to give me a ticket. So officer, what am I getting a ticket for? Because you stop on the red light and me blow the horn and ask if you're not going to drive. And you pull me over and you take my license. And you're giving me a ticket for what, officer? What are you giving me a ticket for? Okay. Okay. Easy what? I picked up me and put this pan. Me I put this pan. Yo, the man stop pan the light. And the light. Him stop pan the light. Alright, you're my general. The man stop pan the light, I'm a general. And the light turn green. The light turn green and I blow the officer 2 times. Yo, how would it? A Fraser. Talk to me, Fraser. Come on, when they on the Fraser. The man want to give me ticket. The man up on the light. And I blow the man 2 times, Fraser. If you ask them what happened, and the man pull me over and give me ticket, Fraser. No, Fraser, that right? Talk, Fraser, you have me brother. Talk to him for me, Fraser. Talk to him. Because I'm Fraser, but I don't know that far. I don't know that far. No, understand, no fear. Evening rush, I know we are taxi man and we are trying to have food for the evening rush. Listen, the man stop. They'll try to go to Wagwan. Enough fear for you to give me a ticket. Enough fear for you to give me a ticket. Not enough fear for you to give me a ticket, bossy.
Outside tickets, so you're 47 tickets actually show up.
All of them that I go court for, you can't check the whole of them, they just go court.
So you still live by exchange?
Still live by exchange.
You're driving on the station, so I'll verify warrant them here. Right them out the station.
Bossy, it's not up on your phone. It's not up on your phone. Outstanding ticket, what go to court for? What go to court for? But you can't take my license, you're not supposed to take my license. You're not supposed to take my license. You're not supposed to take my license. You see police like you, man. You see police like you. The man take my license now and go with my license. The man take my license and go with my license. Eh? You see this?
Now, people, I want to be fair as possible. However, if you've ever driven on the roads of Jamaica for one day, and you stop at the light and the light change, the people act like you're there world championship, you're there the Olympics, and you're running the 100 meters. So therefore, as soon as the light turns to green, you're supposed to just take off as if you had tried, broke the world record like boats. They don't seem to understand or get the concept that not everybody is in a mad rush, mad haste to get where they are going. So therefore, these taximen have a tendency, bad habit, to like blow or toot the horn as if them want to try frighten you out of the way. And it seems as if this is exactly what happened. Now, people, am I saying that the police was right for hesitating from moving? No. But I can just imagine, based on what I've seen with these taximen on the road, when it comes to them on, when it comes to them always in some sorts of mad rush. But this taximan should have known that, listen, when you have your hand in the lion mouth, you should take time and take it out. Meaning that if you know, say you have warrant or you have outstanding tickets, the last person that you want to taunt or tick off is the police. So therefore, he learned his lesson the wrong way. Am I saying that the police was right 100%? No. But like I've always said, for every action, there's an equal and not always equal reaction. Such is the case in this case. Point blank and period.
So it's not Jaden, people. It's not Jaden. It's a young youth, probably boy in 20s, 19, 20, but them say he's a van sound mind. So in a certain how him reach it down in the hole, but them get him out. Them get him out, firefighters them just take him out.
Mega Mart in Mandeville. Please to release the footage of Jaden Smith the date, the time, the hour, everything is written there. Everything come out and talk. So you're not supposed to find, because data, you're not supposed to have a data up to 1 month in case anything happen in that business. And however, how is it hard for you guys to provide such a data that is very important to the public? And it's even very important for your business, because if you go in hands to help the public or help the police to investigate that case, come on the business fly right up, because people would be more secure shopping with you guys. Because if you can't release the footage, try know the business have to drop.
So the next thing that is popping in the news is the circus that we see that has become the Jaden Smith search and rescue mission. I think that a whole bunch of persons are genuinely concerned, but I think that a whole bunch of persons are just riding the wave. Just want clout of Jaden Smith's name because they realize that Jaden Smith clickbait title is for the views. Truth and the fact is that as a parent, mother or father, a lot of Jamaicans are genuinely concerned because we see that this youth has been missing for about 4 weeks or in excess of 4 weeks or so. So therefore, if a child is 12-year-old just goes missing cold turkey, we can come to the assumption that is either somebody that genuinely cares for him, or if that person genuinely cared for him, that person, he or she, would not have this youth in a hiding. They would do the proper thing, report it to the relevant authority, as in the police. So therefore, the country, persons, family member, loved ones would be at ease. So therefore, that would be somebody that would be responsible. So most persons, including myself, while I want to keep hope alive, I am going to say hope for the best and expect the worst. Based on the circumstance, 12-year-old youth out there by himself, hiding like the Loch Ness Monster or Bigfoot. It is just not practical thinking. However, what we see is that a whole bunch of persons on social media, we are hearing all sorts of Jaden Smith sighting here, there. Everybody have their own opinion. Everybody is coming out of the woodwork and everybody is saying that them see me as a this is their theory, rate, lele, blue, blah, blah. However, people, I think that we should leave it based on what we see, based on the fact that he has been missing. We should not really have a whole bunch of hope. Keep hope alive, yes, but me just as say, the possibilities of him still being alive. What concerns most persons, including myself, is the fact that this case seems like a case that we've seen before. The Palwell and that lady case in which the little pitney get missing, them fly from overseas. And then when you listen to them, they sound so concerned. They sound as if they really love kids because they have children themselves. However, we see that persons are evil by nature. However, they come on social media, come in the news and put out a face that is polar, different from the evil or demonic forces that run within them. I think that this is the case in this case. I think that the auntie and the cousin knows everything about Jaden Smith's disappearance and where he is at and what is the situation or circumstance as to if he's alive or dead. So people, at the end of the day, like I said, if you realize most responsible blogger, they have just said what they had to say, give their opinion. However, they are not following it up like that. However, we see say a whole bunch of people, every day we get up, them a ride upon Jaden Smith back, just for the views, just for the cloud, just to ride that wave. Makes absolutely no sorts of sense. It is as much as disturbing as the fact that that 12-year-old or 13-year-old has been missing for four weeks or so. Point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news is based off a topic or a subject that has been buzzing in the news. Is the arrest of dancehall artist Mavado's son known as Dontay Brooks. So persons are saying, then hold on a minute, based on rumors that we've heard, that Dontay beat up him father. Father maybe about 200 pounds, Dontay maybe about 50, 60 pounds, exaggerated. However, we know that that would not be a fair fight. It is not practical thinking to think that Dontay could beat up his father under any circumstances. Even if him bad like yours, just look at the size. 2 different weight class, 2 different type of youth. It is hardly unlikely that that could have happened, in my opinion. So people are saying, hold on a minute, or the father don't respond to say yea or nay. If the father was beat up by the son or the son draw a gun upon him, well, people, that was the reason that we heard initially why the son was locked up for drawing gun and beat up the father. We would come to realize that that is not so. It is based on a case that took place on or about July of 2025, where him and 2 other individuals is said allegedly draw a gun upon a lady and some other individual. So the police was looking for him. So people, the father actually made a post from his house and he's promoting his concert. I want you to take a listen, take a look at exactly what Mavado had to say, and then I'll give my piece.
Go get your tickets on reggaefest.com. December 27, Gully God and Friends. Kingston, Jamaica. Look. Gully, we're ready.
Now, people, you know that everybody, he, she, and the old lady were waiting for Mavado's response to say something about his son being locked up. Well, it seems as if Mavado is focused on the prize. Mavado is saying to himself, after all these years of stress that I went through, I am here now to promote my music, promote my upcoming concert that is going to be held at Plantation Cove Reggae Fest, featuring myself and DJ Khalid. I am not mentioning anything about this bad-broken youth. Now, obviously, when Mavado made that post, the comment section in the post was festive. And people have said, then hold on a minute. Mavado look like him weigh about 200-300 pounds, and then the son weigh like 10 pounds. How is that even possible? A lot of persons were not believing that story. Well, people, Mavado was not the only one that responded to Dontay being locked up. An next person that had a vested interest is somebody in which Dontay was picking side against her son, and that would be Shelly, which is Squash's mother. I want you to take a look to an edited version of a post that she made or a live that she did on one of her social media platforms, and then I'll give my piece.
You must have somebody in a jail where you love, you want to go back in it too. So your company they pick up. Your company chat to people at 6 now. Mavado Dontay Brooks. You have a man in your body. So you try to put a fire now. I thought a problem if you go back into your boyfriend or you left in a jail. How much that? I true one and people blame people for them. I'm a knowing father. No want to see that film. Thank you. I know Mavado no. And nobody for blame Mavado for him. Thank you, Shatapu. You know see the boy face. All the time. You know see face I did that. But 6. A man goes to your all in there. Galang wanna take no. Out to order. You know who in the 6 trouble who you want. Round there now, then go your butt around there.
Now, people, based on what Shelly is saying, you know that Shelly is taking it personal. And this is based on a couple of posts that Dontay made. He made a post in which he was dissing the 6 and saying that he is defending the 7. And if you did not know, we know that Dontay was sparring with Skeng. Skeng and Squash are enemies. Skeng defends the 7 and then Squash is a 6. You could see the muted version of the video playing. And this is a post that Dontay made dissing the 6. So therefore, you know, sir, Shelly was always going to be in her feeling. Shelly's always in defensive mode as it pertains to her son and anybody that she sees saying anything disgusting or disturbing to her about her son. So therefore, Shelly is defending her son while she is dissing Dontay, not subliminally, straightforward, saying that it seems as if Dontay have some sort of man in prison and he want rush to go back to see man in a prison. People, you know that that is a very bad this. So that is what Shelly had to say. Now, people, in a post that I made yesterday, I said, Dontay is in problem because he is picking side with Skeng. He is dissing the six. So based on information that I am getting, it is said that Dontay is sparring with some persons from Spanish Town, which are robbers, which are choppers, that are always in a party flossing, a fling champagne upon themselves, a beer them dog, and a wash off them shoes in a champagne. So we should not be surprised that the police had their eyes on him. So therefore, whenever any sorts of accusations or allegations or report was made that him actually pull a tool upon them, him and a couple other people, then you know that the police is always going to react. Because when you look at the circumstance, we see that there was no gun. Based on information that I am getting, a gun was said to have been used. However, how is it that you're going to charge somebody for pulling a gun on you when you don't hold the purse with any sorts of gun? But people, again, like I said, your reputation is always going to trump over if the police is going to give you the benefit of the doubt or not. So the fact that Dontay went to prison for a murder which he more than likely committed or conspired to commit, he then beat it on a technicality and him come out and him aspire with chopper, him aspire with all sorts of teeth. You know that the police is going to have it out for him, and justifiably so, because it seems as if he does not learn, and such is the case in this case, point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news is based off a viral video that has been making its round on social media, where two ladies, young lady, tough turbits, were seen during school or after school when these children were going home, waiting for their taxi, waiting for the big yellow bus. However, the target was rushed by these two ladies, obviously not in uniform, don't know if they are scholars, don't know the circumstances as to why this lady was targeted. And because of YouTube's policy, I obviously cannot show it. However, I am going to put it in my WhatsApp group. If you want this video, just WhatsApp me 1-876-894-2711. 1-876-894-2711. Say you want the video with the two tough turbid beating up the little schoolers girl, and then just say you want to join the group, give your name. Do not call and don't video call. Now, people, one thing that I've noticed that is very disturbing when it comes to fights, it seems as if you will have the cheerleaders, you have the people boosting them up, you have the people encouraging the BS. However, the people that are part in the fight are few and far between. Eventually, after the person gets clot up, almost lose her life, meaning that she get lick up in her face with all sorts of MMA, Mike Tyson was on the ground, pretty much no defense posture, just hiding her face, making sure that she did not get clobbered as bad as it could have gotten. It eventually ended and those two persons walked away after persons parted them. Those two vagabonds, tough turbid, should have been locked up. If them go to school, they should have been suspended from school. They should face the full brunt of the law because these are not children. These are terrorists. The good thing is that if they go to school, is that they were not in anybody's uniform to disgrace at school, disgrace themselves and disgrace the family. People, something is definitely wrong with these children in Jamaica. They are obviously coming from some sort of dysfunctional home where the mama and the papa are irresponsible just like them. So therefore, so the papa, so the mama, so the pick them. And even sometimes they come from a good home. However, everybody wants to be a gangster in Jamaica of lately. Point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news, I've come to the conclusion that if you want peace, if you don't want anybody losing them life, if you don't want hear nobody get caught up in Jamaica, just have storm or hurricane for 365 days of the year. Not very practical, but people, it seems as if that is the only time that we don't hear of a whole bunch of murders or shooting in Jamaica. So anyways, I am going to let you hear the latest as it pertains to Tropical Storm Melissa that is more than likely going to turn a hurricane. And this is based on the relevant authority. I want you to take a listen, take a look to exactly what they have to say, and then I'll give my piece.
A hurricane warning is in effect for Jamaica as Tropical Storm Melissa is expected to strengthen into a hurricane this morning as it moves closer to the island. At 4 o'clock this morning, the center of Tropical Storm Melissa was located about 220 kilometers or 137 miles southeast of Moran Point and 270 kilometers or 165 miles southeast of Kingston. Melissa is moving towards the northwest near 6 kilometers per hour, and a slow west-northwestward to westward motion is expected today through Sunday night. A turn to the north and northeast is forecast on Monday and Tuesday. Maximum sustained winds are near 110 kilometers with higher gusts. The center of Melissa is expected to move from south to north over central Jamaica early next week and over eastern Cuba by the middle of the week. The storm is projected to produce rainfall amounts reaching up to 650 millimeters or 25 inches over parts of Jamaica. This means catastrophic flash floods and landslides are likely. As the tropical storm moves closer to the island, you can expect tropical storm force to initially affect mainly eastern parishes by tonight, with hurricane conditions expected by Sunday or Monday. Small craft operators, including fishers on the Keys and Banks, are strongly advised to remain in safe harbor until all warning messages have been lifted and winds and sea conditions have returned to normal.
Now, people, like you say, I hope that you are prepared for this hurricane, storm turned hurricane. I know that the country is not properly prepared. I know that the relevant authority is not properly prepared. And that is based on the amount of garbage that is in the drain, garbage that is in the gully. So we know that the gully and the drains are going to get clogged up. And we know that that is going to lead to flooding. And we know that there's a lot of places in Jamaica that are low-lying, meaning that below sea level. So therefore, we should hope for the best and expect the worst. Point blank and period. So anyways, people, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos like these, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. Bless up.